Hello my good hunters, back with some Monster Hunter Rise, and today I will be showing you my dragon conversion build for the Charge Blade. I've been working on this for a little bit. It's basically derived from the template from my dual blade build, but just with a few different things fit for the Charge Blade. A lot of things I didn't need for the Charge Blade that I use for the dual blades. So, just a simple rearranging some decorations and, all that good stuff. But I think it's working well, and I'll show you what dragon conversion does for the Charge Blade, because apparently it's going to vary between each weapon. It won't proc the same. But before we get into it, I'd like you to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So, from what I've seen with the Charge Blade, dragon conversion doesn't give you as much bonus elemental damage when it procs as it does compared to the dual blades. And I think it's for balancing purposes, because if it gained the same amount as the dual blade does, it will probably be busted. Yeah, the element damage from a super amp element discharge will be probably insane if it proc the same amount as it did with the dual blades. So let me show you what I mean. So here we have our dual blades element base 186. So we're gonna shoot the blue. We're gonna do enough damage to get dragon conversion to proc. Okay, we got dragon conversion ready. Switch back to red, and we'll sheathe, and you see 230. So we got about almost 40 fire for dragon conversion from the dual blades. So if we switch to our charge blade standing 203. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's at, even when you're in the training area, if you proc dragon conversion, it'll stay at dragon conversion. So I gotta switch back to reset it. So go back, standing 191, and we were just at 203. So we only got about 12 element boosts dragon conversion, which is, it's kind of not worth it. It's kind of not worth going through the process of getting the element boost from the dragon conversion proc, the bonus element, because with the charge blade, it doesn't have a lot of quick hitting moves to quickly proc dragon conversion. Now, dragon conversion is active in Red Scroll when you're at level 3, but you can get more if you go into blue, proc it, and go into red. But as I mentioned, it seems like it varies from weapon to weapon. So the one thing I found out that can help you proc dragon conversion faster with the charge blade is the condensed spinning axe, because it hits fast enough to where you'll get enough hits, because it's not about the size of the hits. It's just the number of hits that you can get in quick succession that'll help proc dragon conversion faster. So I'm gonna go on the spinning axe. As you can see, dragon conversion is ready. If you want to just stay at red scroll, that's fine for the element boost. But there is a way to get more element than just going for dragon conversion. Because I know, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I don't want to waste time. I just want to start going after the monster if it's not worth it. You know, if it's a chore to get that, just, you know, 12 bonus element. Some people be like, it's not even worth it, you know. But there's a way to boost your element still without having to do all that. And I'll show you before we, you know, showcase what monster we're gonna fight. Probably fight Diablos, because every Charge Blade user loves fighting Diablos. So we're already in it. As you can see, high vial damage, 962. Very, very nasty damage. So, you know, with the Charge Blade, the placement of when you put your discharge is important to get the most damage that you can out of, you know, your SAEDs. So usually you want to group them in the same spot if you can. So just gonna wait for this thing to reset. You see, we even got a 986, a 976. Right. So very high damage with dragon conversion, as you can see. And yeah, these are going to be incredibly powerful with dragon conversion. So let's go over the build. So our build for dragon conversion, we have attack boost 6, defense boost 6, ice attack 5, Latin power 4, guard 4, crit boost 3, weakness exploit 3, stamina surge 3, fire resistance 3 to help boost our element damage. Dragon resist helps with element damage. Stun res, part of the set, very fortunate. Furious, probably the most important component in the build, because it gives us plus 20% all resistance in blue scroll, which translates to red scroll, which give us a significant boost in element damage. Element exploit 3, because that helps boost in SAEDs, the vial damage. Dragon conversion, basically the set, converts all element resistance to element damage. Basically the niche of dragon conversion. Load shells so we can get our charges in our vials faster. Crucial busing for this particular weapon, because it's ice, gives us 10% attack to ice attack and water attack. Water resistance gives more resistance for more element damage. Same as with ice resistance and thunder resistance. Burst level 1, it helps. I kept experimenting to see if burst would do anything, and it does. It does help boost the file damage when you do your super amp discharges. So I kept it at level 1 because in some reason at level 3 it's not proccing more at level 3 for whatever reason. The element boost but the damage kind of just stays the same as if it were level 1. I'll do some more experimenting just to make sure. And one of my favorite skills, Intrepid Heart. You know, it's always a part of my builds. And Powder Mantle, because Powder Mantle is great. Burst damage, you know, free burst damage. Everybody can, you know, appreciate burst damage. So, my decos, I got defense pools. Let me see. It's a better breakdown. Set decorations. I'll show you that. Deco breakdown. So, defense 1, water resistance 1, and Element Bane in the rampage slot. Got hard defense +4, chain 2, element exploits 4, magazine 4, that's load shells, iron wall +3, iron shell 1 and 1, frost level 4, frost 1 for max ice damage, Intrepid Heart level 1, fire res 4, iron wall +3, tenderizer 2, dragon resistance level 1, dragon resistance, thunder resistance level 1, ice resistance level 1. So that is our deco breakdown, and our augments are Powder Mantle, Element Exploit, Furious, Furious, and Furious. And luckily we got no negative element resistance to lower our damage, our element damage. So that's the whole breakdown of the status of our build, of the decos, of our augments, everything. So let's go test this thing out on a Diablos. Before we get into it, I did say I will mention how you can boost your element slightly more. Eat a meal. There's meal combinations you can set up right here. Water resistance, thunder resistance, ice resistance. Just basically increase your resistance, your element resistance. That's going to translate into your element damage. Let's just double check though. We're at 191 right now. And they proc pretty quickly, all at 90%. So as you see now, we're at 198. So we're only 5 away from what dragon conversion would give us. So that's pretty good. So to a point where, you know, we don't even need dragon conversion for it. So Diablos, where are you, my horny friend? Here you go. So we could still proc dragon conversion, the bonus, if we wanted, just to, you know, see what the max damage we could possibly get. So I might do that just for you know, viewing purposes, so we can see what it can fully do. Because trust me, I thought dragon conversion was put us high into the 2s like it did with the dual blades, but when I thought about it, I was just, the damage would be just disgusting. It will be, everybody would just be using charge blades. because it would see that damage and it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna throw this weapon away and get a charge blade, and I'm gonna learn how to use it. So I guess we'll just do that. Come on, Diablos, don't do this to me. Hit. Okay, it's proc. I was trying to gamble. That's okay though. Oh, beautiful. As you can see, pretty nasty damage. Pretty damage there. No Diablos. No. Unfortunately, from what I'm seeing, it's not even worth... Oh, this might hurt. Yeah, it hurt a little bit. It's not even really worth switching over if you have the... If you have the bonus from... What are you doing? That's disappointing. If you have the bonus from the food, it's not even really worth using the dragon conversion bonus, because you're gonna really do around the same amount of damage, honestly. You don't want to flip over for some reason. Mr. I don't know what Capcom did with these minions, but they're really a nuisance of late. Because that fish really just killed my momentum there. Okay. I did it too early. That extra rock. You gotta love it. This thing wasn't even supposed to run off. Pretty goofy. Pretty goofy showcase, this one. The fish in the way pretty much hit me when I was about to use my counter peak performance to charge up into a SAED. Yes, watch out. And there we go. See, that's all it was going to take. But, yeah, everything wants to be in my way. But that's pretty much the showcase for Dragon Conversion Charge Blade build. You really don't need to switch into Blue Scroll to get the Dragon Conversion bonus, because you can just eat a meal and pretty much be close to it. So it's not even really worth it. You see, we still at 203. Even when we ate and got the bonus element damage, when we switched to dragon conversion, it's still at 203. So it's not even really worth it. You might as well eat a meal with all element resistance and just get the small bonus from that, and then you could just go into, you know, your normal routine in red scroll, and you'll still equate to the same amount of damage. So that's my advice with that. But this will conclude this video. I hope you found it useful. All you charge blade users who want to get more file damage, nasty file damage, Dragon Conversion will help you do that. If you're not a fan of Dereliction or Bloodlust to help with that, try Dragon Conversion. This build is pretty solid, has good defense, Intrepid Heart in case you get hit when you're charging up for an SAD. It'll bypass that and you just continue on with your damage. And has incredible file damage that will be highly useful against those anomaly monsters, because they'll end up hitting even higher when they're in their inflicted state. So you'll get even more damage coming out of SADs from that. So I hope to see more Dragon Conversion players using this build, since you don't have to go to blue scroll necessarily. You can just go in and just met out a ton of damage right away, and people will love you for it. So tune into the next episode. Brainstorming on what I should post next. Maybe just a quick little hunt, some of your favorite monsters that love to frustrate you. So stick around, subscribe if you're new. I'd like to thank you for watching. Tune into the next episode, and I will see you then. Peace.